the US war. The last April 11th, the ceasefire agreement is happened, and after that, for 7 days, there is no problem from both sides. It's a peace deal, a ceasefire holds. Yesterday, Iran and attacked two of the Indian vessels, which is trying to cross the Hormuz Straits. Okay, it has provided the permission earlier, Iran, but after the series of US President Mr. Trump, it objected the contents of that tweet, and Iran objected some of the contents posted by the US President Donald Trump in Truth Social, and in that content he told that Iran agreed to give back the enriched uranium, the nuclear uranium to US, like that. But Iran said that it didn't agree to give it back, the enriched uranium or all those things. Also, Iran opened the strait for the access to the everyone, but US hold the hold the Hormuz Straits for closed after it's for the 16 hours. So it Iran says that it violates the ceasefire condition, and we are not going to agree with that terms and conditions from the US President closing the Straits of Hormuz. In the recent development, the US Vice President is coming back again to the Islamabad, Pakistan, to conduct the second level of the peace talks. Okay, he is on the way to Islamabad, and the speech, ceasefire speech, is expected to go conducted in coming days. So Iran is expecting the negotiation to be fair and frank on all the departments, but US is pushing its decisions on Iran. And Trump is threatening Iran again if it's not coming in terms with the US. Iran is not coming in terms with the US. They will attack the power plants and knock out everything, like that. Only he is threatening, US President Mr. Trump is threatening the Iran. So what will be the reaction of the Iran? The ceasefire talks is second round is going to happen in Islamabad in the upcoming week. What is your thought about that? Already the war between the US, Israel and Iran happened for 45 days. For that also we have the effects of that in the upcoming months only, because it's a very narrow straits. It covers 20% of the oil, crude oil transport for the world, and also it affects the fertilizers which are going to for the different countries. So it will affect the production of the food in various countries. Many of the peoples will be under the food shortage, and the famines are expected in some of the countries. The experts are forecasting that in many Asian and other countries in Africa also. So what did you feel the effect of this blockade of the Hormuz and in your country? For me, I already increase in the rate of the fuels and tea shops and the foods and that everything is rising in several percentage, 10 to 20% rise. I have noticed in the last 30 days the rise of the materials and fuel costs from 10 to 20% in my region. What about your region? And did you feel are you, the blockade in the Hormuz is reflecting your lifestyle or not? Many people, if it's a blockade continues and if their peace talk didn't hold, the ceasefire didn't hold, and the US is going again in aggressive move to demolish the or attack the power plants of the Iran, it's suicidal for every country in the world. Okay, it will not serve any purpose. I ceasefire talks, that peace talks will be successful in Islamabad, and it will be benefit the Iran, US and all other countries. Okay, what is your thought about this problem? It's happening for last 45 and more days. What is the core of the problem? The just involvement of the two or three countries like US, Iran and Israel. And in each and every side and each and every country, many countries are operating from the back side. Okay, they are supporting from the back. That makes the problem very more critical and unsolvable in the very easily. Okay, its the solution is very complex. The Strait of Hormuz is the very big valve or artery for the global economy. And Iran has the rights to control the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, it's within the international by the international rules. Iran has the every rights to control the Straits of Hormuz, and even they can charge the money for using that. They have the rights to charge the money for using that strait. Many Suez Canal, other similar straits are already charging the money. Iran not yet charges the money, but it will charge in near future. It will charge, and it can the rights. Have the rights to charge the vessels which are crossing to that straits to develop the infrastructures and all the infras which are damaged during that this 45 days of the war. Okay, so what will happen in the upcoming days is very important for Iran, US and all over the world. For every country, it is very important. If the peace talk is not successful, they are going to escalate the problem again to the next level. It will be devastation for every countries which are involved and all other countries which are not involved, and indirectly they will be affected. Okay, already Iran is infrastructure is already affected. The Iran attacked the Gulf countries which are having the US bases, and they are already affected, and their power plants, not power plants, refineries also affected, especially the PNG developing plant in Qatar is affected. Like that, many infrastructure is damaged in the Gulf region countries. Many countries are not revealing the damage, the depth of the damage to the world, because they will ruin their reputation. That's why they are not revealing the how much damage they received. So if the escalation continues to rise in this region, it will affect the whole world. It will not spare any country. Okay, we can hold for 40 1 or 2 months, but if escalation continues, it will definitely affect the whole world. The food production chain, it cuts the supply chain for the most of the materials which are the extracted from the crude oil, and it's a very major trade route for the all countries in Asia, Africa, and some part of the Europe, especially for China also. So US thinks that this is the major area we have to have the control on the Hormuz. But by making the control of the Hormuz, it can contain the China. No, it is just like it will affect US, already affected the US reputation. It will affect indirectly US in many ways. Then it will do the bad to the US than anything good can happen to the United States. The blocking the Hormuz is a major failure of strategy in the US war. Okay. Okay, if you have any questions, you can post in the comment section. What will be the next move of the US? What do you think the next move of the US? Okay, tomorrow onwards there will be a peace talk again in Islamabad. The Pakistan is brokering that peace talk between Iran and US. We hope that it will bring the peace to the region and throughout the globe. Okay, if it's not become successful talk, it will be a disaster for the whole global economy. But US President Trump think that if he want to, he imagined that Iran has to surrender to the US. It will not happen. Iran is fighting back and even giving the punch to the US. You already noted when the US fighter was shot down and the pilot is on the run in the Iranian territory. In that day, the US lost 5 fighter craft. I mean, 2 of the Apache helicopters and 3 of the warplanes, which are the cargo planes of the of the US. Okay, it has cost around 1,000 crore. Okay, and they spend. Do you think that for every US Army person or US Marine, if US is spending 1,000 crore, it's a miracle. It will not. It want to save its face. That's a utter failure of the US. But they cover it up with this proud moment. They bring back the person, that pilot, back to the home. Okay. Okay, upcoming days I will come in live, and if you have any doubts, and comment it in this session, and we can follow through the what's development of this Iran, Israel and US war. It will dictate the global economy and most of the future, the near future of the most of the countries in the world and the peoples around the world. Thank you.